Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this. So if you don't know, my name is Blue Flows, and today I'm going to show you how to make a kind of caveman kind of beats. But the artist I have in mind when making this beat was Greatman Takit. As you have already heard, I'll just start the breakdown right now, so I won't talk too much. Starting with the drums. I started with the drums because I had to get the drums right first. Our tempo is 100 BPM. This is what I started the beats with. Let me show you. So you need to come to this upside, this magnet button here, and turn it to 1/6. Then you can lay in your notes. Like I told you before, this is more like a 3/4 kind of beats. And as you can also see, not everything is on grid. I played this by hand and I just adjusted it so it gives it that bounce, it gives it that bounce. This is what it sounds like. The second thing I added was to accompany that first snare. It's a rim shot, but it sounds like an hi-hat. It has this very high end. I added this rim shot to layer on top the other rim shots. This is what it sounds like. And if I come here and I change it to 1/6, you can immediately see it. So I just layered it on top. Then I added a loop. In this loop, you can see that I chopped the loop. This is what the loop sounds like normally. So I also added some stuff. I added an EQ to cut out the lows and the highs. Added fruity panomatic, vintage chorus, fruity squeeze. This is like a beat degrader plugin, and a reverb. Without it, this is what it sounds like. It sounds good. It sounds good. This is what the original sound is. I think this is from the free 1 pack. This is from the free 1 pack. Yeah. So I chopped it to fit in this stuff. Yeah, so with the effects, so let's move on. I added another loop. Loop. This is what the loop sounds like. So with every other thing that I've shown you earlier. So you can see on their own, it does not really sound good, but when everything is playing together, it just makes sense. Like, it just makes sense. And don't always try to leave your loop the way it is, right? So you can always stretch. You can just tweak it a little bit. Like this loop here, It's a 4x4 loop, so I had to stretch it and cut it so that it can fit into the 3/4 time signature. So let's move on. I added a hi-hat. This is what the hi-hat sounds like. So let me play it with the other stuffs. So already it's having that kind of Igbo feel. It's having that kind of Igbo feels, which is exactly what I had in my mind to give it this kind of cultural vibe. This kind of cultural vibe. Then the last thing I added to complete the drums was the kick. I use this kick in every single beat I make. So this is what the kick sounds like. Very simple kick pattern. And with every other thing. Okay, so now we are done with the groove and it was sounding exactly the way I wanted it to sound. The next thing I did was to open Expand, which is like my favorite plugin of all time, Expand. The preset I use in Expand is 08 small kalimba, and you can see it in ethnic. If you go to ethnic, you see 08 small kalimba, small kalimba. This is what I played with it, and I played this with hand, like I played it in. So the next thing I added was a pad. The preset I used is still Expand. It's called female oo pad. If you come to soft pad, you see it 44 female oo pad. This is what I played with it. I'm just playing so la, which is your 5 6 5 6. That is the chord progression of this beat. This is what it sounds like. Okay, the next thing I added was a string. The preset is big soft strings. Big soft strings. So if you go to 16 strings and you go to the second sound, which is 0 to big soft strings, and I play this with it, just the same thing, so la. Now let me play it with what I've showed you earlier. You can't make an Igbo kind of beat without using jazz guitar. So this jazz guitar I use there is a stock plugin in FL Studio. If you come to packs, come to instruments, come to guitar, you see it, jazz. This is the plugin I used. And I play this with it. So as you can see, it's kind of all over the place because I played it by hand and I didn't quantize it. With every other thing that I've played before, it just makes complete sense. Sometimes you don't need to quantize everything because it makes everything kind of robotic, you understand? So let me play it with the other stuff. For the effects, I used the hardcore. The preset name is bluesy rhythm. Then I just took it down to the mix level to 9%. I took the mix level down to 9%. Then I added a reverb, this reverb, and I tweaked the reverb where I want. You can copy the presets. You can hear the distortion and everything, just gives it that grit. The next sound I added was strat mute. This is also a stock plugin in FL Studio. If you still come to your parts, your instruments, and your guitar, you see it's strat mute. It's a strat mute. This is what I played with it. This particular thing I played was also inspired by Cavemen, and of course I added some presets to it and I found it to the right. I added vintage chorus, normal FL Studio stock plugin, and reverb. You can always copy my settings and you get the same results. So let's go to next sound I added. This is like a vocal sample. This is what the vocal sample sounds like. So I added some effects to it. I added fruity parametric EQ. I did not do anything with fruity parametric EQ. I added kickstarts and I added fruity reverb to give it that kind of wavy sound. I added a guitar sample. I just chopped up the guitar sample to fit into the 3/4, the 3/4 times signature. This is what I'm playing with the guitar. For the effects, I just added just fruity parametric EQ to cut out the lows and the highs. That's all I did for the fruity parametric EQ. Then for the flute sound, this is what I played with it. I used Nexus, and the name of the preset is WW Pan Flute under classical. WW Pan Flute. This is what I played with it. The last thing I added was the bass. The bass is also a stock plugin in FL Studio. If you still come to your packs, come to instruments, go to bass, you will see classic 8. This is what I played with the bass. So that's everything for the beats. That's like everything for the beats. The next was just arrangements. So now let's go to the last thing, which is the effects and rolls. I didn't do much in the effect and rolls, just very basic stuff. I added this clap. I added this piano kind of riser. Simple. This is my piano riser. I also added this roll, and if you look closely, I chopped the roll to kind of fit in the 3/4 again, because normally the roll is in 4/4. This is the last effect I added, and that's basically everything for this beat. Like, that's everything for this beat. So I'm going to play from the beginning and just let you enjoy